Up on Fulton Today, a year on the job, the county's top lawman reports a decrease in crime and profiling. We'll hear from the police chief. And big news for Fulton property owners regarding the millage rate. We'll have more on the commissioner's decision about taxes. That and more starts right now on Fulton Today. Welcome to Fulton Today, everybody. I'm Shania Chavis Rucker. Fulton commissioners adopt a millage rate that will reduce the 2016 property taxes for many property owners. Now, this decision came just as it is anticipated that tax bills will soon be in the mail. FGTV's Priscilla Ortega has our story.
The tax commissioner has everything he needs at this point so that Fulton County residents can get their tax bills. This comes after the Board of Commissioners adopted a millage rate that would reduce the property taxes for many property owners. And that is good news for many. For Fulton resident Marcus Carter, an increase in taxes is something that his family simply could not afford.
One way to be able to save some money, reallocate it some other way.
That motion passes 4 yeas, 5 yeas, 2 nays.
That's why he was pleased with the decision by Fulton commissioners to lower the millage rate countywide.
I'm encouraged because it does show that they're responsive to some of the concerns and needs of the residents by lowering the millage rate, which decrease our taxes, and especially since our property taxes our property values begin to increase, then that means that millage rate should go down. So that's great. That's real good.
The board adopted a millage rate that will reduce 2016 property taxes for many property owners. The adopted rate of 10.45 mils represents a reduction from the 2015 rate of 10.5 mils and is 0.10 mils lower than the proposed revenue neutral rate of 10.55 mils. The board also set the South Fulton Tax District millage rate at 11.579 mils for 2016, maintaining the 2015 rate. Fulton commissioners were focused on being fiscally responsible while also maintaining the level of service that residents had come to expect.
We would project to end the year with $125 million in fund balance, which is $21.3 million over the minimum fund balance reserve requirement.
Now that the millage rates have been set, the board hopes the tax bills in the mail will soon follow. It's a bill that Marcus Carter hopes will be a little lower than last year. The Fulton County Tax Commissioner's Office sends out those tax bills each year, and now it is anticipated that the bills will be mailed out in mid-September with a due date of mid-November. Reporting from downtown Atlanta, I'm Priscilla Ortega for FGTV.
Thank you very much, Priscilla. Meanwhile, Fulton's financial stability and standing just got a little stronger. The publicly traded corporation called S&P Global recently announced that it has raised its long-term rating on the county's general obligation debt from AA to AA+. The increased rating was based on a stronger economy, along with the county's revised fund balance policy implemented just last year.
The county will continue to pay very close attention to our reliance on fund balance in the adoption of our budget each year. We'll need to continue to develop strong financial policies, and the rating agencies will continue to look at our management structure and our control policies that we have in place. So it's going to be very important that we continue on the path that we're on in order to preserve and maintain that ratings upgrade.
The rating came along with increased ratings for several other agencies for which Fulton County is a key financial stakeholder, including the Fulton DeKalb Hospital Authority, the Fulton County Facilities Corporation, and the Fulton County Recreation Authority. Well, the upcoming November elections was the focus of the meeting for the Board of Registration and Elections.
This precinct is actually located at Cleveland Avenue Elementary School.
To be prepared for the November 8th election, board members discussed a wide range of topics such as approval of the precinct boundary line and location changes, voting machine and poll worker allocations, and approval of plans for early voting sites and schedules. Now that everything is approved, Registration and Elections Director Richard Barron is making sure that his team is prepared.
We are going to execute a plan that is going to have 24 early voting locations. In addition, we're going to have 2 additional teams that will set up and operate polling sites at 9 senior centers and 3 universities and colleges.
The next Board of Registration and Elections meeting is scheduled for September 8th. To get more information, you can simply call 404-612-7020. When Gary Stiles was appointed to police chief almost a year ago, he immediately hit the ground running. From improving community relations to seeing a decrease in criminal activity, his bosses say he is certainly earning style points with them and with residents. Chief Gary Stiles, it is great to see you here on Fulton Today again. Thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you, Shania.
Well, sir, we're coming up on that year anniversary, and let's talk about the more serious topics first, including the topics that the community is talking about, specifically crime stats and racial profiling. Let's start with that crime stats and that data.
Thank you for bringing that up, Shania. I'm very proud of the fact that the department has reduced robbery in South Fulton County by over 18% and has reduced residential burglary by almost 16%.
And I understand you've implemented a number of new programs and divisions. One I understand that you are particularly proud of is the Crime Analysis Division. Tell us exactly what that is.
Shania, the Crime Analysis Unit is a special unit that focuses solely on analyzing crime trends and giving us a prediction instead of just a reaction to crime. The Crime Analysis Unit actually gives us an opportunity to be where crime is going to be by telling us what the predictors are.
And you've been very open about the support that you've been getting from both the county manager and the board as it relates to the needs of your department. What have you been able to achieve?
I'm very proud of the fact that the Fulton County Board of Commissioners and the county manager have supported this police department and provided us all of the things that we need to implement these different processes and procedures that have been going on for the last year. The amount of money that it costs to refresh your fleet, I've purchased over 38 new vehicles, laptops, I'm refreshing all of the laptops of the officers, new desktops. All of this money comes from the taxpayers, and it has to be part of a priority. And as you know, the Board of Commissioners have declared one of the top priorities is that all people are safe.
And your department has long been a part of the community, but you implemented the National Coffee with a Cop initiative right here in Fulton County. How's it going?
Well, Shania, when I was named interim chief, I asked my special services unit to find me different programs that have worked around the country that maybe we weren't doing. And one of the most vital ones that we found was the Coffee with a Cop. It's been hugely successful. As a matter of fact, we can't do it often enough.
And sir, I know there's much more you're going to be talking to us about on Talk Fulton, but I just want to congratulate you and again say thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much, Shania.
Well, that episode of Talk Fulton is currently airing right here on FGTV. It can also be viewed on our FGTV YouTube channel. And as the chief mentioned, the Coffee with a Cop program continues to be a success. He and other officers spoke with residents over a cup of joe at the Aviation Community and Cultural Center. It was Chief Stiles' first time participating in the program he helped to bring to the community, and it meant a lot to the citizens to see him out and about.
He's a good man, you know, he's trying to make the community better. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. We're always looking to better ourselves each and every day.
In his 30-plus years with the county, the chief says there has never been a gap in communication between police and the community, and he intends to keep it that way.
This is another way to make sure that we stay connected and that we get our message out that we are a connected community. The community supports the police department, and we certainly support our community.
Chief Stiles went on to say that the biggest topic of the conversation he had included thanks for being in the community and how residents can help police. And still to come, it's a full court press at 1 South Fulton Park, thanks to the Atlanta Hawks. It's a part of our district by district coverage next. A water treatment plant is named for the longest-serving Fulton commissioner, and residents get another chance to voice their concerns directly to their elected commissioner. Here's this week's District by District coverage. In District 2, the county and community come together for the dedication of the Tom Lowe Atlanta Fulton County Water Treatment Plant. As a part of the facility's 25th service anniversary, it was given the namesake of Fulton's longest-serving commissioner. The late Commissioner Lowe represented North Fulton for over 40 years, and because of his engineering background, he was an advocate for the Public Works Department and all of its projects. Fulton Commissioner spoke fondly of Commissioner Lowe and his legacy.
Tom was certainly a wonderful commissioner, a wonderful public servant. He brought, among other things, a business acumen to the board.
He had quite a legacy, Commissioner Lowe, and now his legacy will live forever in this building. So it's a great day and a great honor for his family, but it's a great honor for Fulton County to recognize his many, many years of service and contributions to our county.
I'm just thankful to have the opportunity to represent a portion of the area that he represented and try to follow in his footsteps.
He would appreciate it. He would have loved to have been here for the party. And, you know, he was so much into water when his father was alive. His father was a hydraulic engineer, and he used to say, we're running out of water on this earth. You better watch out. You better conserve.
The Tom Lowe Atlanta Fulton County Water Treatment Facility is operated by Fulton County's Public Works Department, but is governed by the Atlanta Fulton Resources Commission. Vice Chair Liz Hausman chairs the commission with the support of Chairman Eves and Commissioner Ellis. City of Atlanta officials also serve on the commission. South Fulton residents take advantage of another opportunity to get information about the services and programs in their community. District 5 Commissioner Marvin Arrington Jr. continues his quarterly forums titled District Dialogues. This one was at the Wolf Creek Branch Library. Residents heard about the millage rate and issues on the November ballot, including cityhood and T-Splost.
Well, meetings like this are important because people want to know how their tax dollars are being spent. And so we want to make sure that we tell people how the tax dollars are being spent and also give them an opportunity to provide input on how their tax dollars are being spent.
The Kemp Creek Bridge project is very important to me, so it can alleviate some of those traffic concerns. So it's very good that he's having that and letting the people know what's going on with our tax dollars.
It's good to know what's going on in our local community, and especially being in South Fulton with the upcoming election in November regarding incorporation as a city. It's important to try to figure out what's going on. Also, District 5 is where I live, and meeting up with Commissioner Arrington to have an opportunity to express my concerns as well as just find out what's going on in the district.
This was the 5th of 9 sessions the commissioner will host this year. You can get the full list of dates and times for the remaining District Dialogues community meetings by visiting the District 5 website. And finally, in District 6, members of the Atlanta Hawks basketball team joined Fulton County leaders to officially unveil the newly renovated basketball courts at Cliftondale Park. Thanks to a partnership between the Atlanta Hawks Foundation and the county, the nonprofit has pledged to refurbish a number of courts in the county.
I appreciate so very, very much all that they are doing here and all that they're doing throughout this county to help us meet our #1 responsibility in government and in this community, which is to ensure that our children and our grandchildren live with dignity and that they live long lives and die on time and not before time.
My friends, this is an investment in our present, and this is an investment of our future. We're going to partner with the Hawks because we don't want to just develop the shooting ability. We don't want to just develop the dribbling ability, but we want to develop the character of the young people in this county and the young people in Cliftondale.
Fulton residents appreciated the donation for their kids.
We're ecstatic about it. I think that's very nice that they did something like this for the community.
We will have much more on the dedication ceremony and the new courts later in the show. when we come back, a Fulton Fresh farewell. Stay with us. The popular Fulton Fresh Mobile Farmers Market has wrapped up another successful season. FGTV's Lynn Vaughn has the story.
Avoiding the flu is something everybody, especially those at high risk like seniors, need to take seriously.
The main thing that we want our seniors to do is to make sure that they take the flu shot. If they can take the flu shot, take it as soon as possible, and hopefully that they have it by October.
Senior public health educator Angela Johnson is touring Fulton County senior centers like the Adamsville Green Retirement Community to quiz residents on flu prevention.
The flu shot is the only way to get the vaccine.
Residents are reminded about prevention methods like properly washing hands frequently and avoiding crowds when you're coughing and sneezing. And long-held myths like getting the flu shot causes the flu are debunked.
The flu shot is made with an inactive virus, okay? At one time, they may have used the active live virus, but today it's a weakened virus or dead virus that is used with the flu shot.
Seniors say these health education outreach events are extremely useful.
Ms. Johnson, she's a very thorough teacher to what she's into, and I learned a lot today about flu that I didn't know anything about.
I really used the tips. That was very good information that I knew about washing the hands, but yeah, that was very good information.
Johnson says pregnant women, children under 6 months, or people with chronic conditions like diabetes and asthma are also in the high-risk group for contracting seasonal flu. Educator Johnson recommends talking to your doctor about getting a flu shot as soon as the vaccine becomes available near you. Reporting for FGTV, I'm Lynn Vaughn.
Thank you very much, Lynn. Well, the popular Fulton Fresh Mobile Farmers Market, it has wrapped up another successful season. The Cooperative Extension team celebrated the end of Fulton Fresh's 6th season at the Berean Seventh-day Adventist Church. The seasonal program provides free produce and nutrition education for residents who live in areas where healthy food options aren't readily accessible.
In these areas, they have high instances of chronic diseases, and so what we try to do is educate the participants on how to prepare their meals in a healthy manner and how to shop for meals using the resources that they have.
The program started in 2011 and has continued to gain in popularity each summer.
I've been attending the bi-weekly sessions of Fulton Fresh, learning how to eat healthier and economically, and I have thoroughly enjoyed it. This is my 2nd year participating, and I look forward to it every year.
Fulton Fresh started with 1 mobile unit delivering food. It's now been expanded to 2 units and served residents in 14 communities this year alone. An organization that provides meals to residents living with chronic illnesses is expanding its services. Open Hand Atlanta, which partners with the Fulton County Ryan White program, now delivers about 5,500 meals a day.
We believe that food is medicine, so it's not just about feeding clients, but it's actually feeding them nutritious meals that are really tasty and that help for them to live longer lives.
Volunteers work 6 days a week to make the meals with fresh ingredients and then delivers the food.
I think people should volunteer because it, you want to have empathy for others. You never know when you'd be in a situation of being sick or homeless. I just think that everybody should do it.
I like to think of it as an altruistic type attitude, putting someone else's well-being in front of my own. And this is an easy, great way to do that.
When Open Hand first started, the program specifically served residents who were living with HIV and AIDS. Well, it was later expanded to help all people fighting long-term illnesses as well as homebound seniors. Open Hand also provides nutrition education to help improve the quality of life for those living with chronic diseases. To learn more about the program or to just simply volunteer, go to openhandatlanta.org. And still to come, little kids hang out at the Wolf Creek Amphitheater? We'll explain when we come back. Welcome back, everybody. As we shared with you earlier in the show, one of Fulton Park's scored big thanks to a donation from the Atlanta Hawks and its foundation. Well, here's what we didn't show you. Hawks players, past and present, took part in the celebration, as did the voice of the Hawks, Ryan Cameron.
Hawks are all about basketball, and with the foundation, they're saying, let's do something that we can show, these young people that we really care about them, and, maybe later on down the line, they become Hawks fans.
To do the community outreach, this is what the Hawks are standing for. They want to show the community that we are not just playing downtown, but we understand our youth who are in need of basketball court, who are in need of the recreation center, who are in need in a place that is safe, a great environment for them to go and have fun. And that's why I made a decision to show up here today.
The newly refurbished courts at Cliftondale Park will also play host to the police department's athletic league known as PALS.
It's been around many, many years that directly involves police departments with their citizens by engaging the children in not just athletic events, but also in after-school programs, mentoring, a wide variety of activities.
The Hawks Foundation has held summer basketball camps with many campers receiving scholarships to the camp. Registration is also underway for the Junior Hawks basketball program, which also teaches kids about good sportsmanship and teamwork. You can get more information by calling 404-612-4058. And finally, families gather at a popular county venue for a movie under the stars. On the lawn at Wolf Creek Amphitheater, families were glued to Star Wars. Though the amphitheater typically features music concerts, Fulton staffers thought it would be nice to invite families to the venue for a family night, complete with a free showing of the popular flick.
I think it's great for the community, and it will help keep family together, and it's just a nice outing for the family.
It's cool to be able to come out, especially with the game truck here.
And of course, what is a movie without popcorn and snacks, which families were allowed to bring into the venue? Very, very cool. And before we go, our reminder that we'd like to connect with you online. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and anytime on our YouTube channel. Well, that does it for this edition of Fulton Today. Thank you for watching. Join us each week for news around and about Fulton County.